A mad world, a deafening, not a reckoning. This is not a reckoning. Reckonings require awareness. This is something quieter, heavier, and far more unsettling. A deafening that passes for normal life. A world where endurance is mistaken for strength, where silence is rewarded, where damage is rebranded as character. A world that hands out wet paper rings and calls them diamonds, then wonders why no one feels whole wearing them. Most are not asleep. They are awake inside structures they did not choose, speaking scripts they did not write, enforcing rules that no longer serve the body or the future. They keep moving because stopping would require grief, and grief would require truth. So the system keeps talking for them. Pain becomes currency, burnout becomes loyalty. Tough it up becomes doctrine, not wisdom, not courage, but conditioning passed hand to hand like an inheritance no one remembers consenting to. And don't mistake this for peace. Peace requires truth. This is containment. Pressure held just low enough to keep the surface from cracking. Everyone is armed to the teeth. Not with weapons you can see, but with unresolved anger, rehearsed defenses, and breath held so long it's forgotten how to release. It's a kind of standoff. Not dramatic, not explosive, just constant. Everyone braced against everyone else. Smoke pouring from ears, chest tight, jaws locked, nostrils clogged with the residue of what's never been said. No one breathing fully, because breathing would mean softening, and softening feels dangerous. In a world that rewards armor, so the hostility gets dressed up. It learns manners, it learns tone, it learns small talk. Hey, how's it going? A greeting delivered through clenched teeth, carrying more pressure than honesty. And so it begins. Not with conflict, but with performance. Not with truth, but with restraint masquerading as civility. When someone quietly steps aside, not in protest, not in defiance, but in clarity, it feels disruptive. Not because it's loud, but because it reveals how thin the structure really is. And it's almost amusing how quickly deflection appears. How easily someone will say, "That's not what we think," while carrying the exact weight they refuse to name. Not because they disagree, but because they don't yet have language sturdy enough to hold what they feel. So they improvise. They assemble explanations that sound complete, but never touch the ground. They rehearse beliefs until repetition masquerades as reality. What they defend isn't truth. It's the structure they built to survive it, because articulating the truth would require substance. And substance would collapse the scaffolding they learned to stand on. So, they say it's fine, they say it's normal, they say it's just the way things are. And deep down, something in them knows that isn't true. But knowing without language is unbearable, so the mind fills the gap with invention. This isn't about refusing work. It's about refusing erasure. It's about setting load limits so bridges don't collapse and calling that intelligence instead of weakness. I'm not here to dismantle the world. I'm here to move through it cleanly. So I create buffering zones, spaces where excess doesn't spill into the body, where access is measured, where care is not a privilege, but a practice. Access points where motion stays possible without grinding the self down to dust. This isn't withdrawal. This is calibration, because the future doesn't belong to those who endure the most damage. It belongs to those who learn when to set the weight down, adjust the structure, and keep walking intact. Call it what it is: a mad world, a deafening silence. Not a reckoning, but a choice to move differently anyway.